So I know that there are people who are coming in late. Don't worry. The idea is very simple. If you can't hear me in the back, don't worry about it. Someone, we'll tell you in a minute. We're going to cycle everybody kind of in and out somehow. It's not like a thing where we're all going to go do something in the exact same second or for 5 minutes exactly. So don't freak out about being in a rush. Don't trample each other when we leave here. We got plenty of time this afternoon. It looks like the rain's stopping. Okay, so thanks everybody for coming out to this mission. Especially thanks for coming out not knowing what you're going to be doing. So I'll explain that now. So where we are is we're in a warehouse in the middle of Brooklyn that was built in the 19th century, and it was a belt factory in the 1970s, and this is a place where they invented the toy, the Invisible Dog. Okay, so, all right. So this is an Invisible Dog, okay? All right. So we have about 2,000 of these. About a month ago, Keith, who works for a company called No Longer Empty that does art galleries in abandoned spaces like this, although this space is no longer abandoned, he sent me an email and said, Charlie, I have 2,000 invisible dogs. The rest of the prank wrote itself, obviously. I'll get into the logistics of that in a minute. Just to say a little bit more about where we are, there's a show that's going to be happening here starting on Saturday on October 3rd, and it runs all the way until October 31st. Basically, artists are doing site-specific works. You see the artwork there in the middle is using the belts from the Belt Factory. And No Longer Empty is a group that takes spaces, a lot of abandoned retail spaces especially, and has temporary art installations in them. And then this building is being converted into an art center for artists to have studios and for exhibitions to happen and stuff like that. So it's a really cool spot. They were going to tear it down and build luxury condos, and then it got bought for it got bought for a much cooler purpose. Okay, so we have all of our leashes are over here. We're guessing there's 2,000. I'm guessing there's about 2,000 of you. If you don't get a leash, you can walk your dog with a friend, and you can trade off. That should be no big deal. In a few minutes, when I'm done, we're going to, you guys are going to one by one come over to this area, grab your leash, and leave. So let's just try to be civil as we can about that. Just don't be grabby. Don't be in a hurry. There's plenty of time. In fact, we don't want the idea. The idea of this prank is not 2,000 people all walking in a herd with their invisible dogs. That's kind of just like a joke on a joke. So what we want to do is we just want it to feel like all of this area of Brooklyn, Cobble Hill, Carroll Gardens, Parkswood, this whole area of Brooklyn, everyone today is walking their invisible dogs. We really want you guys to spread out. Okay, so yeah, you can be with a friend or two, but hopefully what's going to happen is that the people who live in this neighborhood or are visiting this neighborhood will come up from the subway at Bergen Street, notice that there's somebody walking an invisible dog, think that's weird, and then on their way home see about 500 more people. Let's try to be. I'm not going to give you guys instructions on specifically things to do with your dogs. Be as creative as you'd like to be. There are a lot of interesting places to go. I'm pretty sure it's legal to take an invisible dog into any store, restaurant. Obviously, there's a park. I don't know of any dog runs too close, but if you do, by all means, go visit them. Don't be. Don't hold your invisible dog in your head or do something that's like random and doesn't make any sense. But just anything that a dog would normally do. If you want to clean up after your invisible dog wants to sniff another invisible dog, whatever. Just have fun and have a nice stroll, but try to be realistic. If anybody comes up to you and says, what's going on, just say, I'm walking my dog, and act like that's completely normal. I guess what we should say is if they claim say, well, there is no dog, just say, yes, there is. We're not really looking to fool anyone today. Okay, a word about the invisible dogs. They're not ours to keep. They belong here to the space. Yeah, sorry. But so you can buy them on Amazon for $5.99. So if you want your own invisible dog, go buy them. But actually, they really are the treasure of this space, and they were made in this factory, and they're very important to the owner of this space. He's been very generous letting us borrow them for a couple of hours this afternoon. So please, at the end of the day, bring back your dog where you got it. What else? Time-wise. So when I'm done talking, we'll slowly start doing it. Let's see, what is it, about 2:15 now? 2:10. Okay, so, basically everybody should be out of here and walking around by 3. It might take 30 minutes for everybody to get a dog, so just be patient with that. And then we'll walk from, say, 3 to 4 and try to be back here by 4:30 at the latest, okay? So anytime between 4 and 4:30, come on back here and return your dog. If you come here at 4:45, people will still be here. But in general, try to be back here by 4:30. And just try to spread out. Know that if you have an hour to take a walk, you can walk half hour one direction, half hour back. Again, I'll just leave that up to all of you guys in terms of creativity. Okay. Have I forgotten anything?
Hey!
Try to rotate in maybe a counterclockwise way, where you guys kind of get your dogs and go out this way. Sorry for you guys right there, but if you kind of just try to go in a circle, maybe that'll work. I don't know, but again, just take your time and have fun. That's all.